Have you ever found yourself asking, why do I always fall for the wrong person? So many people end up in relationships with someone who doesn't match their needs or expectations, yet the cycle repeats. It's a question that's crossed my mind more times than I'd like to admit. Today, we're going to dive deep into this topic and try to understand why we sometimes make these choices. Let's start by acknowledging that falling for the wrong person is a common experience. It's not something to be ashamed of, but rather an opportunity for growth and self-reflection. First, let's talk about patterns. Often, we fall for the wrong person because we're repeating familiar patterns. These patterns might stem from our childhood or past relationships. For example, if you grew up with an emotionally unavailable parent, you might be drawn to partners who are similarly distant. It feels familiar, even if it's not healthy. Low self-esteem can also play a role in falling for the wrong person. When we don't value ourselves, we might accept treatment that we don't deserve. We might think, this is the best I can get, when that's far from the truth. Fear of being alone is another factor to consider. Some people jump from one wrong relationship to another because they're afraid of being single. But being in a bad relationship is often more lonely than being single. Sometimes, we're attracted to people who represent what we wish we could be. If you're shy, you might be drawn to outgoing people. While opposites can attract, it's important to make sure you're not losing yourself in the process. Timing can also play a role. We might meet someone great when we're not ready for a relationship, or vice versa. This mismatch in timing can lead to complications and heartache. The savior complex is another reason why we might fall for the wrong person. We think we can change or fix them, but this rarely works out well. People can only change if they want to, not because someone else wants them to. Sometimes, we mistake intensity for intimacy. A relationship that starts off very passionate and intense might seem exciting, but it can often burn out quickly. It's also worth considering that what we think we want might not be what we actually need. We might have a type that we always go for, without realizing that this type isn't actually good for us. Now, let's talk about how we can break this cycle. First, it's important to take time for self-reflection. Try to understand your patterns and why you make the choices you do. Therapy can be incredibly helpful in this process. A professional can help you unpack your past experiences and how they affect your current choices. Working on your self-esteem is crucial. Remember, you deserve love and respect. Don't settle for less than that. It's also important to take things slowly in new relationships. Get to know the person before getting emotionally invested. Pay attention to red flags. Don't ignore them or make excuses for bad behavior. Learn to be comfortable being single. Use this time to work on yourself and your own happiness. Set clear boundaries in your relationships. Know what you will and won't accept from a partner. Finally, remember that it's okay to make mistakes. We all do. What's important is that we learn from them and grow. I hope this video has given you some insights into why we sometimes fall for the wrong person. Remember, recognizing the pattern is the first step towards changing it. You deserve love and happiness, and it starts with loving yourself. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, take care of yourself and be kind to your heart.